monologue. Now play Blue Monday. 1-800-449-8255 is the phone number. Any topic is not fair game.
Blue Monday, how are you, Blue Monday? Got to work, like a slave all day. Here come Tuesday, oh, Tuesday. I'm so tired.
And we're back on the Savage Nation. Now I want to go into some of the other stories to try to educate these sellout politicians. Over 25% of U.S. Muslims under the age of 30 say that suicide bombings to defend their religion are acceptable. I don't know how much more you can take of this Muslim thing. I don't know how much more you're going to take of the big lie. You see, you've been afraid to say the M word or the I word. You've been beaten into submission by the liberal politicians who don't realize that they're committing suicide for you and your children. Let me tell you something. Not all religions are peaceful. Not all religions are equal. Not all religions teach turn the other cheek. Some religions teach them to kill. Look around the planet, you moron, you schmucks, you idiots. Look around the planet. Make them answer for it, not me. Make them answer to the government, not Michael Savage. Make those bastards answer for why a poll like this comes out. Make those bastards tell us how they're in this country at CAIR, who they are, how they're connected. Did they buy out Bush at all? Did they buy out Graham? Did they buy out Kyle? Did they buy out McCain? Did they buy out Kennedy? Where every day you're brainwashed to be told it's a religion of peace. They're just like you. They're just like Christians. They are not. Islam is on the warpath around the world. Wherever you look, it's Muslims, 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 and they don't get along with their neighbors. They never have and they never will. And yet, if we raise the question about Islam being incompatible with the West, girls are stoned to death, even in Iraq. We liberate Iraq, and they stone girls to death for dating a different tribe, a different brand of Islam. That's the religion you're importing into this country? The day will come that we'll have a national debate about religion in this country. And we'll determine that not all religions are welcome because they're not religions as we know them. Right now, it's a taboo topic. You can't say that it's not the same as all the other religions. But it is not the same as all other religions. Not at all, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But the politicians who have tried to screw you with illegal immigration are trying to screw you into thinking you're a racist when you open your eyes to what this is all about. I have friends who are decent people who are real liberals, not progressives, old line FDR liberals, older men who've been liberals all their life. They tell me we're going to have to go to war with Islam around the planet, that we're going to have to bomb Iran because they'll kill us otherwise. They know the history of Islam. They know the history of ancient Europe. They know it's coming here, and they know that we're breeding our own destruction again through immigration. Where did all these Muslims come from in the United States of America? How did it happen overnight? Well, where did all the Mexicans come from? How'd they get in here? Who let them in here? Well, don't look any further than your friends in Congress. Now, where are all the Muslims coming from who I thought were practicing a religion of peace? New poll, and this poll, by the way, is done by one of the most bent-over, braying, liberal pollster companies in the world, the Pew Research Center. The Pew Research Center is an absolute left-wing, socialist, no borders, no language, no culture organization. And even their poll shows that 1 in 4 younger U.S. Muslims said that suicide bombings to defend their religion are acceptable, at least in some circumstances. Keep it up. Keep up the immigration. Keep it up. They'll bring in more of them until eventually you are a minority in your own country. You are a minority in your own country, and you will be dealt with the way people have been dealt with in the countries of origin. I guarantee you. I can guarantee you. There is a lot more to this story that meets the eye. And so there it is. Suicide bombings to defend the sacred religion of Islam are justified in a poll done by a liberal group called the Pew Research Center. There it is. And Bush wants to bring in about 35,000 Iraqis. They stoned people to death in Iraq. Go on to michaelsavage.com, by the way. Over 25% of U.S. Muslims under 30 say suicide bombings to defend their religion are acceptable. Then we actually printed the poll from the Pew Research Center on the same website. I guess the morons at the Pew Research Center are coming to understand that their liberalism is incompatible with their survival. Even liberals come to know at some point that they're in danger. But it doesn't touch Kennedy. It doesn't touch McCain. It doesn't touch Kyle. It doesn't touch Specter. They're above it. These are men above the law. They don't know what we're talking about. They're protected by Secret Service. We're protected by nothing. We're protected by nothing. And so the two stories are interrelated. Stop the I-bomb in America, stop the immigration bomb in America, and particularly pay attention to immigrants coming in from Muslim countries. How do you know how many of them might be terrorists? You have any way to tell? You have any way to tell definitively? You don't. And the only way we can save this nation is by throwing out of office every one of these quisling senators and congressmen, and it's your emails that have put them backwards for a few steps. Don't think you won the battle yet. They're just stepping back for a minute. They're getting 1,000 to 1 saying, no amnesty, we will vote you out. Even a skirt like Dianne Feinstein, in the deepest reaches of her bowels, in the darkest of the night, I can guarantee you she fears being thrown out of office. I can guarantee you even a hag like Barbara Boxer, a brainwashed Brooklyn hag, whose brain was washed on the oilcloth of Brooklyn tenements, into the point where even though she's a wealthy woman, she still thinks that she's a garment worker in the 1920s in the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. Still identifying with the ILGWU, her and her husband there. Even she, in the deepest of night, gets a little queasy feeling down in the bottom of her gut when she thinks about what might happen to her grandchildren should she not control the borders. Trust me, there's a fragment inside all of them that still has sanity. Only a fragment. And they have to be thrown out of office. They must be fired. They're going against the will of 90% of the American people. No to amnesty, yes to borders, language, and culture,